love, Sunshine Boatwright here, spiritual alchemist. Let's fix these crooked glasses. And owner, creator, founder of sunshineboatwright.com. Here to you today to talk to you about the importance of intuition, following inspiration, divine guidance, and the importance of sacred spaces for entrepreneurs. I'm going to check real quick. I'm going to make sure that we're actually live on the page and that eCam is playing nice today, because that is the program that I use to go live here on the page. That way, in case I ever want to screen share or hook y'all up with something, I can do that easily enough, right? So yes, we are live. Okay. And I think I have it muted. No, I don't, but now I do. Okay. I think I have it muted. If you're here live with us, say hey, and just let it be known you're here. And I should be able to see it pop up here on the thing. So today I want to talk to you about the importance of your intuition, both in respect to your business, like working within your business, but also in who you work with in and within your business, and clients and masterminds and mentors and all of that, right? So all of us, every single solid one of us has intuition. It's not a matter of whether or not you have it, as much as it is a matter of whether or not you've developed it and let it grow and let it serve you well. Okay, so please don't ever think that someone coming to you telling you, like, I can teach you how to get intuition, like, we all have it. That's something we all innately have. But if you ignore it, or if you've ignored it for a long time, it may seem to be quieter. So like, the more that you practice listening to it, actually the louder it gets. And for some people, that's just a knowing. For some people, it's a feeling in their body. For some people, it's almost like this voice that's telling you do it or don't do it, right? So the reason that we have this is to keep us safe, to keep us moving along our unique path, to keep us grounded, not just in this big lofty space, right, up here with all the angels and the guides and everything. It's also to help keep us grounded. So if you ignore your intuition and you think it's going to help you get to this big lofty place, it's not. Listening to your intuition will actually help you stay grounded while doing your spiritual work, and that's important for all of us. So I wanted to talk about that. And the reason that I wanted to talk about that is, more often than not, when we don't listen to our intuition, we either don't get the thing that we say we want because we didn't follow basically the guidance that we've been giving, that inner guidance, right, to get there, or we end up with something we don't want. It ends up turning out in a way that we wished it hadn't. You see this a lot in online spaces and in entrepreneurship and in things where people start working together with somebody and it was an ill fit, and one or both parties will end up saying before it's all said and done, hey Shirley, before it's all said and done, that I just knew it. Like, something about that fell off, or something that person said didn't set well with me and I should have listened to that first. And it's not so much a matter of me saying that there's blame on either part. It's more so the fact that recognize that when it happens, it doesn't always make sense. More often than not, it doesn't feel rational. It doesn't feel logical as it's happening. But more often than not, we get that intuitive hit and we have that moment to act on it, right? Or not. And for some people, it'll come back again. For others, it won't. And so I want you to get in the habit, just as my people now, if you're watching this video and you share it, if you're sharing it with your friends, I want your friends to know. I just want everybody to know that when you get that intuitive hit, it's for a reason. So please, please, please follow it. And the same thing with divine guidance in your inner voice. Now, when it comes to inspiration, there are differing schools of thoughts on this. And some people will say, follow the inspiration as soon as it hits. And for those people, it works really, really well. And then there are others that are like, don't follow it as soon as it hits, because you may be needing to wait for something, or you may be needing to hold off, or like put it on the back burner, and the inspiration will still be there because that works for them. And what I have to say to that, from observing other people, from observing my clients, from observing myself and working in both modalities, from observing others who have had success in both camps, right? Some follow the inspiration as soon as it hits, and the next thing you know, they have a thing out. And then other people put it on the back burner, and it's each one serves both of them well, right? So the more important piece in this, the more important thing to realize and to follow and to do for yourself and for those that you're here to serve, if you are here in a serving capacity as a human being on this earth, is to figure out which of those you are. Because it usually is. In that case, it's an either or. You might be one of those people that can meet it somewhere in the middle, and that's great too, and you need to know that as well. But if you are someone who needs to wait and puts it on the back and put it on the back burner, but you jump in with both feet instead, that's where you're going to meet a lot of frustration and resistance, right? Or if you're somebody who's meant to act on it right away and you put it on a back burner, you're going to get really angry that you're sitting there waiting, and what the hell am I standing here waiting for, right? So the important part, the bigger picture of this, the more important piece is to find out which one of those you are. You can find it out through experimentation. You can find it out through knowing your archetypes. You can find it out through human design. You can find it out from just meditating on things. You can find out by experimenting, taking a period of time where you experiment with one or experiment with the other. Whichever modality feels best to you, that's the one that you should do to figure it out. You can do it with a reading. You can do it from going into or having someone else go into your Akashic records and see what path you should be on. There are many, many, many modalities out there, and not everyone is right for everybody. I mean, everybody could use each modality if they so chose to, but not everybody will. So there's no right or wrong in that part. It's just like, do the one that feels like the best fit for you. And then the other part that I wanted to talk about, and I'll be talking about it more this week as well, is the importance of sacred and safe spaces for entrepreneurs. And I say this because I've seen it happen on more than one occasion. There was a recent example, but I'm not going to single that one out because it has happened again and again and again. When I came online in 2007, you guys think that right now is the wild, wild west of the online space. And it is still a little bit. I mean, we're starting to see, like, the veils are coming down. We're starting to see who has a mask on, who doesn't, who's really here to serve, who's not. All of that is coming to light because universally the energetics for bringing all of that to light is here. Okay? That being said, it was way more the Wild Wild West from like 2007 through 2010, 2011 than it is now. The easier it gets to get online, the easier it gets to find information out about the people that you're working with online, the faster you're able to see, which is why I say it makes it a little bit less Wild Wild West than it was. It used to be harder to find all this information out. And sorry, y'all, don't mind me, I'm sweating. I'm in Savannah and it's hot here. But there are certain struggles. There are certain things that only entrepreneurs deal with. If you're working a 9-to-5, there are things you don't deal with that you deal with as an entrepreneur. And the same thing, if you're an entrepreneur, there are things that you deal with in an entrepreneurial space that you don't deal, nobody in a 9-to-5 would have to worry about, right? So there needs to be, and the reason that I say this is because I've seen time and time again how lonely the entrepreneurial journey can be. And these safe and sacred spaces are there for you to be able to grow and learn. Yes, by all means, grow and learn. I'm a big, huge fan of collaboration over competition. One of my clients, Stephanie, can tell you, like, essential oils have been part of my business in the past. They are still a tiny, tiny piece. Like, I use them in passing in my business, but they're not my main focus. But she uses essential oils. And Stephanie, if you're here, I'm talking about you, girl. But, like, when we were in the mastermind and I was trying to show and display a thing, I used her business as an example. I was like, if I was going to do something right now, this is what I would do. And I actually walked her through the things in Canva. This is what I would do. This is how I would set it up. This is the layout I would use. This is why I would do this way. This is what makes this easier. Like, I don't believe in just holding on to all the information for the sake of holding on to information. I do believe in sharing within those safe and sacred spaces so that others can learn and grow. It's why I created the mastermind that I created. It's why it ended up being called Mastermind Undefined, because I know that the fastest way for someone to learn and grow in their business is to have someone who's been there and done that, meet them where they are, and help bring them up to the level that they're trying to get to as quickly as they are able and willing to do it, right? So that is the importance of the safe and sacred spaces. The other important piece of it is you need somewhere where you can share your struggle and not have it broadcast. You need to have somewhere where someone is, quote unquote, your secret keeper. And I don't mean that in like some dark alley kind of way. I mean that in, we don't always feel all high energy every day. Even those of us who are typically a higher energy person, right? Like I tend to have higher energy, especially when it comes to geeking out over things and really like getting jazzed about them and providing motivation for others, like because I'm inherently motivated, so that comes easy to me, right? What are we saying yes to, Shirley? Tell me, share, I want to know. So we need that space where we can grab information and motivation from those who have it when we don't, where we can give inspiration and motivation when we have it and others don't, and where we can say, like, this is the struggle I'm having today, and somebody can pipe up and say, I had this struggle too, this is how I handled it, let me know if it works for you. Not in a preachy kind of way, like you have to do it this way because it's the only way to do it ever, right? Like that doesn't work. Like we already know that doesn't work. Oh, thanks, Shirley. She said your energy and passion is impressive. I don't have it all the time. The past few days I had like no energy. So I'm not gonna like pretend I always have it when I don't, but I have it 99.9% of the time. Oh, yes to the lonely side of entrepreneurship. Truth. Hashtag truth. So that is why I created Mastermind Undefined. It is a place where we do trainings based on the needs of the group. It is the place where I stay in my own damn lane and I will refer out if it's something I don't know. Like Pinterest, I have a gal that I refer out to that. I actually have a couple gals now that I refer out to that. I have people for LinkedIn that I refer it out to. Shout out to Sammy if she's watching. I have people that and shout out to Alessandra and Linda if you're watching as well. I have people that know Instagram. Hey, Jasmine, I don't know if you'll see this. If you do, I'm like ultra impressed. But like, I have people in my wheelhouse that I refer out to because I'm not trying to be the expert in everything. I'm the expert in meeting you where you are and helping you get where you want to be. I'm the expert in creating and holding sacred and safe spaces. I'm the expert in helping you energetically level up. I'm the expert in holding the space until you get there, because sometimes you can go from here to here. You can collapse everything and get there immediately. And sometimes you're not going to, depending upon what kind of things you have to work through. So I'm there to hold that space for you in the interim, no matter what. Okay? But that is the importance of it. Like, the worst thing, in my opinion, that an entrepreneur can do is try to do the entire journey all by themselves. There are times where, yes, you're going to cocoon for a while. You're going to buckle down. I have people in my mastermind that do it during the mastermind. Like, I get it. Because there are times where you need that so that the creativity flows through you, so that the new thing is birthed. And then you have that space where you can come in and say, this is what I'm working on. This is what's giving me a problem. Anybody else deal with this? Right? So like, that is why I created this. There's no like fluffy frou-frou book club thing that's going to take you away from your mission. If I read a book and I'm groovy about it and I love it, I'm going to tell you about it. But I'm not going to sit there and create a book club around it that's going to take time away from what you were either meant to do as your purpose and mission on this earth, or time away from your family and friends. Because to me, those are the more important things. Your family and friends and your mission are more important than any book club. The book club, if you want to do a book club, you can do it outside of the group, and that's fine. Or if you want to start something inside the group, that's fine. But like, that's not the focus of the mastermind. That's not the focus of any mastermind, in my opinion, that is really about getting you to your mission. And I don't know if people have book clubs in theirs or not, but I'm just saying, like, that's an example of something we don't do. We do host challenges to keep you going, to keep you motivated, to keep you on task of what you said you were going to do. So we do like have that accountability factor like already factored in. And I don't even like calling it challenges. It's just, it's fun. To me, it's fun. It keeps everybody on point. It keeps everybody going. I do have where I'll be adding content that we don't do live inside the group to the website portal as well. And, you know, we have live co-working sessions, live Q&As, and then we have our monthly shoot the shit call. So if a sacred space like that is what you need, go ahead and let me know. I'm actually going to go ahead and write it here in the comments, the link for if you want to join in. Now, there's no sales page there, and I'm just going to be honest, there's no sales page there. I had planned to do a sales page this time around, and my son was having a hard time, and so I didn't. But if you want to message me and talk about this, and here's the thing, like, and I'm saying this because of the things that I've seen happen in the past, not just the recent past, but things that I've even been through before. If you want to message me about this mastermind and ask me questions, feel free to. And I'm even going to go one beyond that and say, if you want to message me and ask questions about this mastermind and then screenshot it, feel free to. Because I'm that freaking open book about it. Like, I'm not going to sit there and promise you the moon. Like, I'm going to tell you, this is what you get, and anything above and beyond that is gravy, right? Because I would much rather promise you exactly what is relevant right then and what is part of the mastermind. And then if we add stuff as we go, so be it. That just gets to be the icing on the cake. These are sliding something fierce because it is hot. But if you have questions, let me know. You can ask them in the comments as well. I'm not saying you have to message me to ask me questions, but I know that sometimes people do like to message me. The only thing that I ask is that you actually message me over on my personal profile, because for whatever reason, the Facebook messages on my page are just a nightmare nut job. Like, they get wonky. I don't know why, but they get wonky. So just message me over on my personal page, and I'm more than happy to answer your questions. So that is what I have today to let you know about. Oh, here we go. I can do that. Did I do it? Oh, look, you guys. I figured out how to make the little thing pop up on the screen. That is so crazy. Okay, so there we have it. That is what I wanted to talk to you about today. Always, always, always follow your intuition. If for some reason your intuition is telling you that this mastermind is a yes for you, or it's a hell yes, then by all means, either sign up at this link or message me and ask me about it. But I'm here to tell you, if it's a no for you, then don't do it right now, because for whatever reason, it's a no for you right now. And I'm okay with that too. But if it's a yes, and I'm here for the ones that it's a yes for, then go ahead and message me, reach out, or sign up. Right? That's eCam, Shirley. eCam is fancy. We all know I'm not that fancy. eCam is that fancy. All right, loves, I will talk to you later. I will be live again later this week. Actually, I'm looking at Wednesday or Thursday, and with the stuff with my son, like, I'm going to have to play that one by ear. I'm so sorry. I'm just letting you know now. But this week, I actually plan to do one of our first trainings here live on the page. That way you get a taste of what it's like. And this will be the first month that I'm actually doing trainings outside of the co-working sessions. Normally they had been included as the co-working session, like we just trained as we went. But this is going to be the first time that like we're doing that kind of work here on the, or in the group or on the site. Yeah, it'll be on the site, and then they'll be notified in the group when it goes live. So for the first one, we're doing it here on the page. And I can also let you know what the topic of it is. And the topic of this particular training is actually going to be on boundaries. Both personal boundaries and boundaries for your business. It's going to go over the difference between balance and integration, and basically knowing the difference between those and choosing one over the other is what can give you your entrepreneurial sanity back. Okay? So that's what I have for you today. I love you guys lots. I hope that you enjoy this. Share it with a friend if it helped you at all. And I'll see you later this week, loves.